Hey everybody, it is nostalgia time once again. So, as you can of course tell by what's on screen, we are going to be taking a look in this episode the OEM install of the Acer Aspire 4410 laptop that was manufactured sometime between 2009 and 2012. You can tell by the operating system that is installed. Of course, we start with the language selection screen. Of course, English is our language of choice. We are going to completely restore the operating system. That's the notice that it will erase everything on the C drive. This is a brand new hard drive. Got 80 gigs, so next. This will erase all data. We'll hit OK. And now the restore begins. Alright, so I can see both things went to 100, but now it says it's ready for disk 2. Here we go with disc 3. This is totally a much different recovery sequence than we've seen in previous episodes. The restore is done, so We'll go ahead and restart the system and we'll boot into Windows for the first time. That was really strange because it said starting Windows and then went to the old loading bar in Windows Vista and then just did the 3 dots at the top. And we can already tell that this copy of Windows 7, just like that 5310 with Vista, is in Russian. And I already know what it's doing. It is installing devices, and then it'll apply the system settings, and then afterward do one more reboot. However, then it will begin installing apps and stuff. So either it'll install the apps before the out-of-box experience, or it will do that afterwards. Setup is preparing your computer for first use, and it looks like we go right into the out-of-box experience. Now, because that whole copy of Windows is in Russian, I do not know what edition of Windows 7 this is, but I can tell from all of that it looks like it might be Windows 7 Home Premium. So after putting the out-of-box experience through the translator, I can confirm that the edition is Windows 7 Home Premium. It looks almost all English too, which is interesting. This will most likely come with RTM or Service Pack 1. We don't know exactly, but we'll find out when we get to the desktop. And now we know we type our name, but just like Vista, we can go up here and we can change it to English United States. And now we can type in our computer name, username and computer name as if we were here in the US. And I'll name this one Aspire 4410. This would be to set a password. This is the license agreement for Windows 7 Home Premium, but does not say Service Pack 1, so I believe this is RTM. And then this is the agreement from Acer. Use recommended settings. Let's leave it as it is for right now, because I'll change everything to English later. So, home network, and now it'll finalize the settings, and then we'll be at the desktop. So this is what the translator outputted at that time zone thing. And then that last piece, it says Zer. Let's just see how well it translates the login screen. So we have Acer's registration card, so we can just skip that. And this talks about the 60-day trial of McAfee. And now it says, please wait while... What does that say? You need to restart your system to apply changes. It looks like it's 2 of them. And there's a MyWin Locker. Yeah, it talks about the services it provides. So, McAfee's in English. However, the rest of the operating system appears to be in Russian. So, you can go to my computer here, of course. So, a lot of the stuff is in English, but then if I know the icons, I should know the rest of the way. So, let's change this to English. So, we're going to switch this to... Yeah, there's that old launch tool. So this is what it's going to display. English. I have to go over here and... Yeah, I have to move over and hit apply. And there we go. Now we have the date and time being displayed in English. So we'll change the keyboard layout to English as well. And then this would be display language. This is change system locale. So we'll switch this to English. And then this says that you need to restart Windows in order for the changes to take effect. And then we'll hit OK. Alright, but then once again it says you need to restart Windows in order for the changes to take effect. However, there is an Acer tool running in the background which will automatically restart the system at the end. Oh, what is this? Is this like a... I suppose that's a setup utility for that. It says setup was not completed, try again later. So I suppose the lock screen was fully customized, but I don't know if everything else on this copy of Windows is customized as well. But we'll find out once everything is installed. So... oh. Yeah, that Acer thing's in the way, but... oh, I can access it. Interesting. So, Windows 7 Home Premium without any service packs. And then we go down here. There's the Acer tag, and this should say 3 days until automatic activation. So then, hopefully this time, unlike Vista, when we boot back into Windows, the language will be in English. That is what I hope. But let's take a look at some of the stuff that's already installed while this is still going. So we have Adobe Reader 9. Looks like it took Central Time for a moment, and now it looks like it's back to Russian time. But now that we have everything in English, well, for the most part, we can change the date and time. And let's see, we can change it to... so it looks like these are new times or something. So I guess we can just start changing time zones. This is US Mountain Time. And then this would be US Eastern Time. And this would be... oh, it's installing the Office language pack. And then this would be... let's see, US Central Time. Here we go. So there we go. Now we have turned it to our time zone. So now it's in US Central Time. And I'll change the keyboard layout back to English. So let's take a look at some of the stuff that it installed while this is still going. So let's see what we have installed right away. So we have Adobe Reader 9. Of course, has the 64-bit variant of Internet Explorer. And we have a couple of new features. It looks like there's a custom variant of the Welcome Center. What's iGoogle? I don't know what the heck iGoogle is. What does that say? Are you sure you want to install? I'll just hit, well, N for T. Yeah, because it switches back. I guess we won't know. So there's that eSobby again from that other install. I will take a look further around. They have a backup manager. Here's the game zone, which has Alice Green Figures, Amazonia, Chicken Invaders 2, Dairy Dash, Dream Day First Home, Farm Frenzy 2, Granny in Paradise, Heroes of Helios, Merriam-Webster's Spell Jam, and Star Defender 4 all pre-installed. However, they're going to be launched through that Game Zone app. It looks like they're going to be launched as their own separate thing. So these are Acer OEMs of the same thing. It gives you a 60-minute, 1-hour trial of the game. And then afterward, you'll have to purchase the full version from here. Well, there's no way to actually purchase it, but then we have that Grid Vista again, which is like the Snap interface. However, I do not know why Grid Vista is included on here, because Windows 7 was the first version of Windows to include the Snap interface. You can snap windows into grid patterns. You could do that starting in Windows 7, and of course that feature would carry over into Windows 8, 8.1, 10, and 11. And then this is the user guide for the computer. Here's that WinLocker. This is eSobi. It looks like this is an updated version. Matrix storage console. There's McAfee. It comes with, of course, it comes with a 60-day trial of Office 2007. Well, that was the latest Office at the time, because at this point of time, there was an Office version being created for Windows 7. Office 2007 was released a year after Vista. Office 97 came out just before Windows 98. Office 2000 came out after Windows 2000. Office XP came out with XP. Office 2003 is its second version. Office 2007 came out after Vista. Office 2010 came out after Windows 7. Office 2013 came out after Windows 8 and just before Windows 8.1. Office 2016 with Windows 10. Office 2019 is the same thing. But now we have just Microsoft 365. So it's not called Office 365 anymore. It's now just called Microsoft 365. And I see it's installing Live Essentials too, but we'll take a look at what's already installed on here right away. So we have the Norton Online Backup, and then there's NTI Backup Now 5. So this is what it looks like. You can, of course, back up your data with this tool. And it's already frozen. Just wonderful. And then we have Media Maker 8. And I see a McAfee Site Advisor. So they have a Ripper tool. So then there's Norton. What's this? It's a startup folder. These are the games in Windows 7, including the ones pre-installed by Acer. That's the backup recovery stuff. These are all the accessories. I wonder if the language on any of these games have changed. That's regarding the video card, because there's no proper driver for it. So it looks like parts of Purple Place remain in English. However, the entire thing is in Russian now. This is the default Welcome Center in Windows 7. And then that's the Welcome Center. And then this must be the identity card. That must be a license agreement for Acer Updater. And that's the backup manager. I think it's saying there's no updates available. Let's look at the game zone. Wonder if I could run one of my favorite things, Windows Media Center. We'll see what Grid Vista is about. This program don't support this machine. Yeah, it doesn't. And then that's talking about a improper video card or TV card. Let's see what the second version of Isavi is. So, looks like this is entirely in Russian. We'll take this Russian thing out and we'll hit OK. Matrix Storage Console 8.9 with a 2009 copyright date. So it looks like this must be about hard drive statuses and everything. Let's see if it comes with any special wallpapers. So we'll open up the C drive. Here's the Windows folder. And we'll go to Web and Wallpaper. And it looks like we have 3 custom Acer backgrounds. Of course, we have all the usual backgrounds from Windows 7. So here's one of the wallpapers. Here's the second one. It looks to be in black. And then this is that same white one from earlier, but except the lid is closed. Okay, it looks like I see Windows Live Messenger. So yeah, Live Messenger doesn't come with Windows 7. I have to install it separately. See if it comes with any screensavers. So it looks like these are special screensavers that require dedicated graphics. So it looks like we do not have any special screensavers here. And of course we get those special themes. So it looks like we have all the sound effects. Yeah, it looks like that's everything, however they're all in Russian. So then I can't tell exactly which one is which. Which one is critical battery, which one is... yeah, which one's what. You're going to have to take a guess. So all the titles are displayed in English on Media Player, however the file names themselves appear to be in Russian. So there you go. You can hear the rest of the architecture theme has taken effect. Because that sound I was trying to play was the exclamation, which failed to start in time. Alright, so now it's back to the standard Windows screen. It doesn't say starting Windows like it did before. It now says it in the native Russian language. And it looks like the lock screen background has been reverted to the default in Windows 7. But yeah, we don't hear the architecture login sound because we don't have a password. But if we did apply a password, we would hear the startup sound first, and then we would hear the architecture logon sound. Desk clock gadget. Search in the control panel. Oh, we're having fun translating these screens because this is what it came out to now. Yeah, it doesn't look like I see Live Essentials. I guess the only thing it did install then was Live Messenger. So, that's pretty much it then. That's a look at the OEM install of the Acer Aspire 4410 laptop machine from 2009 or 2010. Whatever year this was that was manufactured. And boy, did we have a lot of fun with trying to translate all this stuff. Well, hopefully we won't have to worry about that when we do our next system, which I don't know what it'll be, but you'll have to tune in then and find out. But until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.